the planning stage, the tendering and award stage, and the contract management stage. Is it not so?
Yeah.
So that legally binding contract, that legally binding contract is saying that you legally you'll be binded by what you say, specified in the tender form, that you're going to develop this job in 6 months. That's the timeline. Today is exactly 6 months. Where is the work? You have violated the law, and it's pushing the Public Procurement Act. And if you don't know this, what will happen? Are we together? Hello. That's why we say the fund becomes part of legally binding document that you must keep in the file for that contract. Then it ensures uniformity and fairness in evaluating bids. When you have everybody has the same document. So it forms a basis for evaluating whether contractor A is better than tender B. Hello, are we together?
Yeah.
So it forms a basis. Everybody has the same document. But in document is what you feel. Just like when you write exam, I gave you exams here. You wrote. What you are written in your own is different from what Mr. B, Madam has written, and the other persons as well. Are we together? So that person will now mark the exams and say whether you got A, the other person got B, the other person got C, like that. Are we together? That teacher that is marking now is evaluating your performance. You know who is most responsive, who is most the best student in the class. Hello, the same thing with this. Everybody will be the same. So and then, if you are the same class, in this government class, when I give you an exam, your question is supposed to be different from your question. Are we together? If the question is different with your own, is it fair? Transparency is not there. Fairness is not what? There. Are we together? So the same thing for big documents too. Everybody that's within the same contract must have the same instruction, the same meeting documents and everything. Then we look at that and evaluate you. You have the same exam questions. All of you have answered. Now we mark to see the best outcome. Are we together? So they must be uniform. The eligibility criteria and forms are
discuss this extensively in the right under the qualification. So just question factor, just question.
So the eligibility criteria forms are divided into 4 main heads. 1. Under eligibility criteria we have form EL1, subsection 1, bidder information form. So you can see, like last semester I gave my students exams. I posted the exams. I say, what do you understand by standard bidding documents? Question A. B. I like some of the standard bidding documents. Most of them do not like it. Hello. You need to know what is standard bidding documents. Bidder information form is one of the documents in that envelope that must be given to you when you want to do a particular contract. Another one is bidders joint venture information form. So let's say you want to join together with that company to develop that contract. Name the company with its own document, joint venture. If they're not there, you just need to keep the form. That means that only your company is going to execute that project. Are we together? Hello? Are we together? So we're talking about joint venture. For example, you got a contract to sew uniforms to a particular school. Are we together? You can state that I'm going to do it. Queen Tailoring Services will do it with Johnson Tailoring Nigeria Limited. Are we together? Yes, this is a joint venture. Two of you are coming together to do what? Deliver on that contract. But it's not joint venture, but you're not able to do with Johnson. Just a matter of you getting the contract and then only Johnson on your own. So Johnson is not party to this contract whatsoever. So if anything happens, Johnson is not what? Involved. It is you and Johnson that have done a deal. Are we together? Hello. That was not joint venture. But as far as it's a joint venture, the two of you are there and obligated. So if anything happens, Johnson and Queen Tailoring, all of them will be liable to it. Hello. That's why you have to fill a joint venture form. If there's no joint venture, even the form is given to you. Do you need to fill it? Then contract history from CON. historical contract non-performance spending obligation, you have to fill that form yourself. So that you lie. If you lie, they will also catch you and find a way of disqualifying you and making your bill no responsible. Hello? How to give, they'll ask you yourself, have you had any issue in the form you have to fill it of a legal issue concerning procurement with any procuring entity or any organization? You yourself will say no. Okay. This one you say no. But when they go to the internet and check, it's not that they give you a contract to train some people and you fail to deliver that contract and there was problem. With USAID, for example, are we together? They will see it and just know that. And then they will copy and attach on your documents as their findings, their research. Are we together? And everybody in the committee or the evaluation committee will not see what they have discovered. Other people will still go to the internet and still confirm what they are also saying. Are we together? Then to form the basis of saying your bid is not responsible. Okay? Then for CON, environmental and social performance evaluation, you have to fill a form to declare environmental issues. For example, I got a consultancy. What they wanted was you must give your environmental and social protection policy. Is that discrimination against women in my company? Is that sexual harassment in my company? Is that this thing? All those kind of things you must fill it. The environmental issues, environmental safety, all those things you feel that part of. That's why we call it sustainable procurement. When we talk about sustainable procurement, we're talking about economic issues. Consider that's value for money. That is not enough. What about the environment? Are you protecting the environment because of your procurement? What about social? Is the company you're patronizing, are they discriminating? Are they paying proper wages? What is a social what issue? So when all these things are taken place properly, it's called that sustainable procurement. So when you go and buy wood from somebody who has gone to the forest to harvest wood that was planted by Baba God, hello, and you, not by your father, and you are harvesting and come and make furniture, and me, I will go and buy that furniture. I am not practicing sustainable procurement. Hello. Sustainability, what God has created should be there. If you are taking one, you should replace it. Those people who are going to the village, to the bush, to harvest this tree, will they plant new ones? Hello. Environmental what? Issue. A government that wants to build a pure water factory should think of the consequences on the environment of the state. Hello. But if you drink pure water, in most cases, you just throw it on the streets. And it's part of what is affecting, causing more flooding in Makodi. In olden days, during the people's time, military time, we're not seeing this kind of flooding we're seeing today in Tennessee. Am I lying? No. Hello? Am I lying? No. Go to the streets. If it rains, somebody has joined Ishaba, who has seen what happened there. You see leather. It's everywhere. Are we together? Those go a long way to flood the drainages. It's causing problem to what? The environment. Are we together? So that's why when you go to a Igbo country, even this bottled water, we in Germany, it's great. So every day, one day, inside for the training, the next day we go to the field for tour. So when we enter bus, and then they put water there. So anybody who wants to drink water, so they give photos. When you drink, they put a cup on it, you must come back and put that bottle inside that. The reason is that they have deposited more than the cost of that carton of water in the supermarket. If the water is 200 euros, they have deposited about 500 euros for that carton of water before they get there. The reason is that if you want to get your 300 euros, you have to bring all the bottles back or something. Hello? Yeah. Then you collect your 300. So what is there is really more than the value of the water you have bought. Why are they doing this? So that nobody will go and throw that bottle on the street anywhere. You don't know how to dispose of it, so why are you holding it? Come and give us. So the company that produces this water, we call the source of market and pack all those empty bottles and go and recycle it. Hello. Why are they doing that? Enforcing environmental issues. Are we together? So the environment will be clean. And you dare not fell a tree over there. And there will be a responsible consumption. And when we were sleeping, we were almost in the forest. We were in the forest. You see antelope who can come and be going around where we were sitting. They touch one. Conservatives, they are conserving their natural environment. Are we together? Very what? So that's why, hello, in procurement, we want to know your company environmental and social policy. Environmental and social standard what? Policy of your company. And how is environmental and social policy of my own company? Public consulting. Because it was a criteria for me to qualify to be a particular job. Are we together? Hello. So that form is usually there. Then another form is sexual exploitation and abuse. And also sexual harassment performance declaration. Does that kind of thing ever happen in your organization? And most cases, civil society, they scale it up and it goes global on the internet. Are we together? So they will go to check you on the internet and discover it. Are we together? All these forms are the next. So another form is financial capability. Another type of form. Financial situation and performance. You fill the form. What's your turnover per year? If you want to say, sometimes they want evidence for you to attach your bank statement to the past 1 year. Hello. Another form that you fill as a bidder is average annual construction turnover. What's the turnover? The total number of construction work in a year. What how much? Form is like that. It's a form like that. Another one is from FIN 3.3 financial resources. To take your financial resources. I have account with Premium Trust Bank. It has so amount of money deposit in it. I have so this one. It has so balance in it. So when they look at your total balances in the bank, then they will know that you have capacity. Even if it's not giving you any mobilization, you can wear that. Hello. Hello. Then we have current contract commitments. So if you have any contract in the organization anywhere, you have to set it in that form. Hello. So from there, they also judge whether you will have time based on the number of workers that you have to this one successful as well. Hello. Another one is general construction experience. You have to state this one is for works. This is works. So you have to state the general experience you have in construction work. Then you have specific construction and contract management experience. That area is for bridge building. That contract you want is for what? Bridge building. We want to experience construction of bridges. Then you say that construction one bridge, you talk about a 3-span bridge. I consider this one is this one, construction number of span bridge. I consider this one is there. I want to get that is specifically on bridge because the contract they want to give is for construction of a bridge. I want to get that. That's what we call it specific. General construction, that can be buildings, that can be roads, but it may not be bridge building. Are we together? You can feel that one, then you come to the specific. This one that asks you whether you have any knowledge and constructed a bridge before. Are we together? The other one is specific experience in managing environmental and social aspects. You bring up the experience in managing environmental and social aspects of construction. Hello. Hello. All these points are self-explanatory. Is it not? Next. Requirements. Section 5. What's requirements? Section 5. Schedule or requirements. This section of standard building documents, standard building